Speaking of things tied tangentially to superheroes, Ford v Ferrari.
Yes. Ford v Ferrari, the historical biopic slash sports movie where it's actually based on a true story about when and I actually knew a little bit about this story before going into the movie because it was either Top Gear or the Grand Tour did a segment talking about it. So in the 1960s, Ford tried to buy Ferrari, and Enzo Ferrari at the
Because
last
Ferrari
minute.
was basically bankrupt because they
Yeah,
put too much money into making high-end cars and not enough into keeping the lights on.
right. Yeah, and so Enzo Ferrari at the last minute he pulled the deal because he's very very prideful guy and he didn't want to be under the ownership of an American car company. So Henry Clay Ford II, who is the grandson of Henry Ford, was very angry, and so he said, "I want to build a great race car so they could beat Ferrari at Le Mans." And for those of you who don't know, Le Mans is the 24-hour race that takes place in France in early June, around there. And so then we also meet our two leads, which one is Carroll Shelby, who is a race car driver. He's actually he was like the only American to ever win Le Mans, and in this movie he's played by Matt Damon. And of course, but he has to retire because he's got a bad heart. And so then he becomes this car salesman, and then he also has this like race car track that he works with. And one of the race car drivers is Ken Miles, who's a British race car driver, and that's Christian Bale's character. And he also has a garage that he runs. And of course, Ken has some money problems because he owes a lot of money in taxes, and of course race car driving isn't getting him any money. But then
not the most stable profession.
Right, at least back in the 1960s. It's different today, but yeah. So then Ford actually. So another guy I got to mention real quick. John Bernthal's character. He's playing Lee Iacocca, and if you don't know who Lee Iacocca is, like, look him up because he like one of the great business marketing minds who have ever lived. I mean, he saved Ford. That's not hyperbole. I mean, like the Mustang, that was all him. I mean, there's a scene in there where he's like doing this slide presentation for Henry Ford II, and he's talking about how, like, the baby boomers, 17-year-olds, they don't want to drive, these clunky cars that their parents are driving. They want to drive race cars, and that was where the Mustang came from.
Right. Didn't he later go on to basically save GM in the 80s?
Yes. Yeah.
That's really where I know him from.
I think that's where most people know him from. Yeah. So Lee Iacocca goes to Shelby to say, hey, we need your help building a car to race in Le Mans to beat Ferrari. And so then that's basically kicks off the rest of the action where they're trying to construct this car, and of course you got of course you have the relationship between Shelby and Ken Miles, which is not adversarial, but there was certainly like they respect each other, I guess is the right way to phrase it.
Yep. Now, I think it's kind of funny. Uh, Christian Bale's performance in this is the closest I've ever seen him in a movie to being himself in that one viral clip where he freaks out at the person walking into the shot from behind.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God for you. Dude is a hothead.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Yeah. There's a scene at the beginning of the movie where he gets into an argument with with Matt Damon, and he's like, you keep talking, I'm gonna throw this wrench at your head. and sure enough, he throws the wrench at him and hits his car windshield.
Yeah. and this was after he'd gotten into a shouting match with the ref about, oh, sorry, you can't race in this race. Your hood doesn't close. Your trunk doesn't close all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's definitely the highlight of the movie.
Yeah.
I will admit with Christian Bale, he doesn't disappear into the characters for me just because I know him so well. So like I always just see Christian Bale. Whereas I find Matt Damon more easy to accept, even though I've known him for longer. So search me. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Well, you kind of know what to expect with Damon most of the time.
Yeah, maybe it is because Bale swings so widely with his performances that I just see the performance.
Yeah. Yeah, and I noticed that, was it last week or the week before when we talked about The Fighter?
I think it was the week before.
The week before, yeah. Yeah, and he definitely saw that with that performance too. Yeah.
Right. Well, you don't entirely believe it. It's like, there is definitely a place in this world for actors who you don't really notice, but unfortunately nobody wants to be that.
Yeah. Trying to think what else in there. The other thing too is that the race car scenes I thought were a little were decent enough. They weren't trying to. It wasn't necessarily about that. It was mainly just about the guys trying to make the car. It's a very much a character driven story, which of course this movie was directed by James Mangold, so that's right up his alley.
Yeah. And I thought the car scenes were all well shot. They were exciting. It wasn't like was it Forza, the PlayStation game turned into a movie we watched last year?
Gran Torino.
Gran Torino, that's it. That's right. Forza is the Xbox one.
Yeah.
But Gran Torino, I just remember finding the racing scenes so painfully dull.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you manage to make car racing boring in your movie about car racing outside of the scenes where someone crashes?
Yeah.
But Mangold got, like, you got the momentum. You've cared about the stakes much more.
Yeah.
I think that part of it is just the focus on the one big race rather than trying to capture someone's entire lifespan, like in that movie, and just like seeing snippets of little races.
Right. Yeah.
I noticed the son was Bale's son in the movie was definitely, he seemed like very much like a Hollywood kid, where it's like they're very quiet and sad, and they only enter the plot when they need to.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Yeah.
Now, I will say that it was kind of fun watching him come out of his shell when his dad was in the middle of that race, and like him explaining things to his mom, and just like clearly he loved his dad so much and just loved the whole racing culture.
Yeah. I wonder if he ended up going into race car driving.
I don't know.
In real life, the kid in real life.
Yeah. Let's also, I'd prefer not to spoil this one, I think, just because I think this is worth a watch.
Yeah.
And there's an ending that as soon as a scene starts happening, you go, oh, I see where this is going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's the most I'll say about it. I will say that they do a great job of channeling Bale's anger into all these different scenes. Like in the big race, there's a scene where his car door just will not close.
Yeah.
And so just the sheer anger he's dealing with as he's trying, like you can just feel the frustration and the danger as he's trying to go at these super high speeds.
Yeah, and his door keeps flopping open. He's like, "You can't close the bloody door."
Yeah, I mean, I've been hearing good things about this movie for years. I can definitely see why. I think the thing that surprised me the most was I was expecting to see more of the Ferrari team, but the inner politics of the Ford Motor Company were bad enough that you didn't need an external enemy.
Yeah. All the executives at Ford are definitely the antagonists.
Yeah, except for like I would say that Henry Ford II feels like he's he seems like a well-meaning king whose kingdom has gotten too big for him.
Yeah.
He was played by Tracy Letts. The scene where was Matt driving the car or was Bale driving the car?
Matt was driving the car. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, the scene where Matt took him out in the car and just made him realize how much the man in the machine matters.
Yeah,
just because of what driving like that is like. Like I suspected he soiled himself.
Oh, I'm sure he did. I would have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a great, fun bulldog CEO performance with moments of like human softness.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, I would recommend this movie too. Yeah, even if you're not a car guy, just from an historical standpoint, I think this is definitely a good movie from that point.
Yeah. Which actually, now that you mention it, that's a mark in this movie's favor. Is I am absolutely not a car guy, and I suffer from what I call car blindness. People tell me I have a Toyota. I believe them because it has a T on the back. But like, I have my interests and passions that cost me money. Thankfully, cars are not one of them.
Yeah, you talk about an expensive passion. Yeah, that's one of them.
Yeah, but so if a movie that's about cars can hook me this much, then that's a good sign.
Yeah,
it is currently streaming on Netflix. I don't know how long it's going to be there, considering. Well, let's see, it's a Fox movie or no? This is a Warner Brothers movie, wasn't it?
No, it's Fox.
Oh, was it Fox? That's interesting that Disney let them borrow it then.
Yeah. They must still have like some old Netflix contracts, or maybe they just said, or Disney wanted some money. Yeah.
But regardless, watch it while you can. Who knows where it's going to end up next?
Yeah, indeed.